And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, the Watchers Podcast. WATCHERZ. Okay, I was just checking. It's been a minute. We've been on vacation, ladies and gentlemen. We're back.
Was I supposed to say hard you are?
I was just giving you a chance. I was seeing if we still on the positive New Year. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we been on a little hiatus, but we're back now. I forgot what we came up for this trio. I think it was. Damn it! I didn't forgot. Was it 3 the Hard Way?
Yeah, I think
It might have been 3 the Hard Way. It was either that or we were.
What's happening, crew?
Damn.
I guess
I gotta go find what episode that was. But
Yeah,
I know we had a nickname we was debating on.
We'll figure
Either way, light casted. Well, 2 members missing.
Yeah. One's working and the other one.
Family emergency.
Well, we can say what happened.
I
Just one.
I'd rather ask him before I put it.
I can speak on it.
Okay.
I don't know. A little longer. So. Thoughts and prayers with Corey right now. So I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, family.
Mm-hmm.
So, did I say episode 69?
No, you didn't.
Well,
I don't think you did.
episode 69, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta. Well, I can't say it. I don't want to say it. It's gonna sound weird. But everybody see the meme girl lately.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Too
I'm Tavon, Tri-State _tip on Instagram. To my left.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw the head come up.
Oh, God damn it.
I knew it was Susie did like this.
That's all right. All right. Across from him.
Right.
Across from him.
Well, I'm normally on this side.
The other left.
Yeah. You got it out?
Yeah.
You got anything else you wanted to give up with the people? Is it a new formula? Is it formulated damaging?
No.
Or are we still back?
No, it's
All right.
still Smitty Green.
Still. All right. Just checking. It's been a minute. We've been out.
Yeah.
We've been out for like a month. So you know, we a little rusty today. It's all right.
And Tiger Helly 19, Snapchats, IGs, Facebook by way of the government, Jason Williams. Follow the stripes.
All right. Where you guys want to start with today?
Well, it's been a lot.
A lot has happened, yes.
Oh, for those whack ass NBA fans.
I ain't trying to be here all night. We'll talk sports. I kind of want to start with the Superman outfit.
Oh.
Did y'all see the pictures
Yeah.
that came out for Superman, the new movie, directed by James Gunn? All right. So look. Before I say anything, I'll give you guys the floor first, and
Just go.
Yeah. Now you know what? I'll give you guys. I'll save it last. Go ahead.
I didn't think it was a real picture initially. I was like, that's it looked like some Superman pajamas.
Well, we saw the suit in a picture probably a few weeks ago, a couple months ago. It was with a CGI background.
Yeah.
So we got a first appearance of this, but now we're kind of seeing it in live, broad day.
Does it not fit
4K.
him? Like, it should look weird to me.
Okay. Julian.
Henry Cavill would never.
Oh, I will say this. I'm always a staunch believer in just let's come in here with a fresh set of eyes and let's see how this is going to play out. I'm trying to erase the notion that Henry Cavill was comic accurate as the Man of Steel. But this suit, I don't know where they got it from. It looked like a suit from Temu or something.
Like, yeah. I was going to say Party City.
The movie, I was going to say this. The movie may be good. The movie may be damn good. But that costume is... Oh,
All right.
It's not good. It's not a good look.
So, look, I get it. I can see it, and it does not look, in comparison, as cool as Henry Cavill's did in his outfit. However, looking at the suit, the colors, the briefs over, because that's what Henry Cavill didn't have. He didn't have the briefs. I guess it looks stupid with that outfit, and we're seeing it in pictures. I am, even though yes, it does not look appealing right now, I am still going to give it a shot, and I think it may still translate well
with what he's doing
on video.
I didn't like it.
I know
I don't
it's
like
hard to swallow. It is hard to swallow.
It's just pictures. Don't get me wrong.
So what I will say is, looking back at some of the older pictures of Henry Cavill, his suit is so, I don't even know if it's thin, but this new costume looks like a costume. Henry Cavill's look like
it was a skin tight outfit.
It just looked more, I don't want to say tactical, but something about Henry Cavill's, obviously it's more fitted. It's like the Under Armour of suits versus somebody getting a Halloween costume store suit, right? You could kind of see the crevices. That's the stuff we don't like now because, we've been so used to Spider-Man's, Superman's, those. And so for someone to actually look like they're putting on
a
costume again, kind of looks weird to us. Mm-hmm. And again, it may portray in video way differently than what we're.
That's why I was saying,
right?
The movie, like I said, the movie may suck. I mean, this costume is definitely different.
But it's definitely looking like he puts on this outfit. It's not like it's underneath his clothes and it looked like he has to go zip it up. It looks like a costume.
What they're doing, approaching with it, I can respect it. I can also see where some of the inspiration is from the suits.
It's definitely, honestly, I would say probably more accurate in the scheme of it with the coloring and the briefs and certain things. You can say it's more accurate than some of the ones we've seen recently.
I mean, I would say this: I didn't like Robert Pattinson's bat suit. I hated it. But I love the movie.
And so,
the movie
similarly,
was good.
Robert Pattinson's Batman suit is almost the same vibe to me.
I wasn't feeling the suit either, but the movie was.
And it's still a good movie, right?
Movie,
so, well,
it was all right.
Yeah,
the first,
I know how you feel.
The first movie I liked. The second one that they started after the first one was over.
Oh, you talking about
the whole thing,
once we got to Falcone and all
the
that,
fifth act?
I thought it was over. I'm like, yeah, fine. And then I was like, shit, I forgot about the Riddler. Damn.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward. But I do like how I'm just curious to see how this is all going to play out. I mean, I saw him with the suit with the handcuffs, and Mr. Terrific looked pretty decent, though.
Yeah, I seen some backlash saying that he's a little too skinny. But for what it's worth, I think they got him pretty decent.
I didn't think it was bad looking, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks...
I am still under the belief this movie is going to shock a lot of people.
That's why I said the suit is going to suck, but I think the movie.
Everything else is saying, oh, it's going to suck. But I got a feeling, and mind you, he's done Guardians of the Galaxy, he's done Suicide Squad.
He knows it's
those suits we never complained about,
except
in any of those movies. So I don't think he's just going to throw up a goose egg all of a sudden.
No.
And
I don't think I'm in the mindset. I'm like, the movie's going to be good, though. I really think that the intent of the movie is going to be good.
I will say,
feeling the suit, though.
I saw a picture of the actor as Clark Kent. Did y'all see that picture?
Yeah.
I think we're going to go back to almost a Christopher Reeves era of a Superman.
Reporter, and then
as good as Henry Cavill was as Superman, he didn't portray Clark Kent to me, comic book wise.
I think they made him more of Kal-El the Man.
He was already an adult. He didn't have to go. He wasn't like. He was not Christopher. Christopher Reeves had it down pat between Clark Kent and Superman. And if you go back and watch his face almost looks different. Like the way he was holding his neck or something, it looked.
And he kept looking around.
He was totally two different people. And I think we're going to go back to, we're going to have one of the best Clark Kents in the movie.
Well, that's what the genesis of the movie is his struggle between Clark and Kal-El, and how I think the picture kind of like gave it more context when you read it.
I think I'm telling you, and I'm not a Superman fan, but I think it's gonna be better than people think.
This is why I'm saying I don't like the suit, but I really think the movie's gonna be good. Though.
And you know what? You can always upgrade the suit in the second movie, whatever. It can get to a different version, whatever.
I imagine with this backlash that he's getting for it, they're gonna.
I still think it's gonna be a great movie, and I see mixed reactions. I see a lot of people supporting it. I see some people hating on it. Again, I think the actor though, he's 6 foot something. He ain't no small dude.
He's a big guy. He's like 6.
But I think he's gonna,
6'5", 6'6".
I think.
Oh, dude.
He's gonna knock it up.
Your height.
So.
Yeah. I could play John. I could play what is it?
John Henry.
John Henry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do that, man.
So yeah, anything else in movies that we wanted to talk about? Let me see what we're at. We only have 10 minutes.
I guess the Blade.
It's every week we come in here, we talking about Blade. Another mishap with Blade. I know I saw something about somebody leaving, a cast member leaving.
Delroy
Lindo.
And somebody else had left. Mia Goth is still on board. Apparently, what's going down from what the reports is that they never had a script really nailed down to the T. Apparently, one script was they had Blade in the 1920s.
Okay, I think I saw something that said it's going to be in current times.
But they said now it's going to be in present day.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of the stuff that they was talking about doing, like having Blade's daughter and this and that other stuff, is getting erased. It's going to be basically a page 1 rewrite. It's not going to make the November release date.
I saw Wesley Snipes tweeting a lot online.
Oh, he been
shooting
going
shots and also kind of encouraging Mahershala Ali. But he said, "Yeah, it ain't that easy, is it?"
No, nah. And you know what? And everybody's looking at Wesley like, "Well, we told you so," because that man gave you 2 classic films, and then y'all wanted to bullshit around on that 3rd film just because y'all wanted to do a Night Stalker thing and try to outcut him from it. So you see what you got. Shit.
Anything else movies I'm missing? I know we've been gone for some weeks. I'm pretty sure it's something we're not talking about, but Deadpool's coming out July. We got some trailers.
It looked good.
Yeah, I got high hopes for it, so I can't.
They said it's a lot of cameos in it.
I believe it.
They said a lot.
I believe it.
Wow.
I believe it.
What's your name? Was good too. Quiet Place. That was.
It got the biggest opening day of the year so far.
Yeah.
And I know it beat its budget already.
Yeah. In a day.
Yeah. It beat its budget already.
Quiet Place Day 1.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So is it a prequel?
Yeah, it's almost the origin of how everything.
That's what I figured.
Became.
I haven't seen any of them.
They were good.
They're good. Yeah, they're probably all good. They're all good to me.
That was good. What else happened? So much. Kong Godzilla is got a sequel release date.
Yeah.
2027.
I'm going blank. It's all right.
That's a long time.
In that time that we've been out here, though, NBA Finals happened.
Trash.
Went by pretty quick.
Trash.
Celtics Mavs. Celtics 4-1. Or no, sorry.
4-1.
Yeah,
4-1?
it was 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 to become the 2023-2024 season champions.
They earned it.
And, you know, I will say on our last episode here, we did some predictions. You know, Capadamas made his prediction.
Yeah,
and for somebody, no, he wasn't. For somebody that was rocking with the Celtics all season, he changed his pick last minute and picked the Mavs.
He did.
Go back and look.
I had to look.
Yeah, we agreed because
Go back and look.
Mavs in 5.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Mavs in 5.
I picked the Mavs too. I think.
I'm saying I picked the Celtics. It's on camera. It's on footage. So I think I'm the new Capadamas.
So you light me. So you Tivana-damas right now.
And it was crazy because it was lining up the same exact way as the NHL finals. I don't know if you watched that. I watched NHL.
That was
the
crazy.
NHL finals, but it started out the same exact way. Florida Panthers 3 straight blowouts to go up 3-0. And then they got blown out by the Oilers in Game 4. That's exactly what happened. Well, not 3 straight blowouts, but
yeah.
Celtics went up 3-0. And then you got Mavs coming back with the crazy 40-point blowout Game 4.
Yep.
And I thought
it was going to play out the same. I was like, yo, but then Celtics come back winning 5. So I was like, okay. So the Panthers going to come back winning 5, but their series actually went 7.
Oh, it went 7?
7 games.
That was
Who won that series?
Panthers.
Panthers did win.
I think it was, I want to say it was 3-2. 3-2 games.
That Oilers girl got them through. Got them through to the almost to the end. Though.
Yeah. She had them.
They was almost a point where I thought about assuming the Avengers of women. Sorry, I said that wrong. But the web, the internet women Avenger. It was her.
That's the kind of women's sports I like.
It was that motherfucker is not real. That one, you remember her?
Yeah, on the plane. She's fine though.
the cop lady.
She was fine.
The Hawk 2 girl. And it's one more I can't think of right now. It's going blank, but it's about 4 of them. Going to be the new Avengers for the internet women.
I mean, off with this Hawk 2 girl, I thought it was one of the funniest damn things I seen though, man. I was like, Lord, this is exactly what happens when you get a certain set of people inebriated,
Hey.
and you ask an honest question, and you got what
I
you
mean,
got. I ain't mad at her. I mean, if anything, she needs to trademark.
She might have been sober when she said that.
yeah, she
wasn't-
definitely gonna get some notoriety. Some artist brought her out on stage. Some country singer, I believe, brought her out on stage
Zach
already.
Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
Zach
yeah,
Bryan.
right.
That's what.
But sorry. So yeah, NBA Finals happened. We got that. We got the NBA draft. Really, everybody was concerned with LeBron James Jr., aka Bronny James, being drafted in the second round.
How you feel about that, man?
I felt it was going to happen.
I mean,
I think we all
knew it was gonna happen. But
knew it was going to happen.
how do you think this is gonna play out, though?
I think they're obviously going to have a moment. They're going to let them play together, and everybody's going to cheer. It's going to be at a Lakers home game, and they're going to take a picture, swap jerseys at the end of the game, blah 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 blah. And I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm not going to lie to you. I think we got 2 or 3 more seasons of LeBron for real. We got about 2 more, 3, which is longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be 20 and done, or this season at least and done. We going to have about 2 more seasons of this, but this season we're going to get. He probably going to play in the G League, honestly.
He's gonna have to.
But they're going to let him play Lakers home game, and he going to get on the court fourth quarter with LeBron. They're going to try to recreate as best as possible that damn D-Wade lob, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It ain't gonna work.
No,
I don't think it's going to work either. They're going to try to get some moment where they can get some highlight clip picture that they could turn into a card, a Topps card. And yeah, it's just kind of forced. It feels forced.
I mean, I'm happy for him, but and the whole thing I feel about this is everybody's saying it's just nepotism and it's nepotism.
Yeah, but
I
it's
think
a
that
nepotism
is
in everything.
BS with that right there needs to stop.
It's nepotism in everything.
It's the whole league. So
That the NASA's
I mean, but
it should be in the G
word of
League.
the day, kids, nepotism.
Yeah, the NASA should be in the G
you got
League.
Jared Jones let his kids, and they ain't did shit but run a team into the damn ground. So
Hey, Jeannie Buss is through nepotism herself,
Yup.
right? So
But I mean, we speaking about people that probably shouldn't be in the league. JJ Redick.
you know
yes. So the Lakers also got a new coach in JJ Redick, a never before NBA coach, college coach. I think he did some AAU team or middle school team or elementary team.
It was like the YMCA.
I don't even think it was a high school varsity team.
I
Those
want
are
to
our club
see.
team.
I really want to see him coach because
He's not going to
He
coach.
was shitting on Doc a lot.
But he's not going to
And-
coach. That's why LeBron brought him in. He's not going to coach. LeBron James is going to coach.
They're going to talk about what we need to do, and the real question is, who can they get? That's the real. Whenever it's a LeBron James team, it's who can he get on his team. It ain't about X's and O's really, because the game plan is always going to be the same. Try to get LeBron either on A, a smaller defender, or B, a slower, bigger defender. Outside of that, drive, kick out to the corners, let them shoot threes. If not, AD, do your thing for about 20 points, and that's the game. That's every team LeBron's been with game plan.
Bet you for sure.
Except for Miami Heat because they all just ran in fast breaks.
I'll bet $10 on this show that I bet you they're going to try and have LeBron play off the ball.
No.
I think they are.
I mean, he somewhat has been playing off the ball in his ladder of his career. And I will give him credit. He has developed more of a game than I would have expected to at this age in his career. And, obviously it's probably because he can't do all the physicality that he was doing when he was 25. So he has gotten better with the three-pointer. I've seen him post up a little bit. But it really comes down to every time with LeBron James is who is he going to have on his team at the trade deadline. Every year we talk about the Lakers is about trade deadline and can they get such and such? Can they get such and such? Can they get such and such? Right now it's can they get Klay Thompson? We'll talk about free agency in a little bit. But, so Bronny James, LeBron James together, same team. The real question is he going to call him dad or is he going to call him Bron? LeBron, 23. What is he going to say? Dad, pass me the ball? It's going to sound a little weird. It's his teammate.
Different. Yeah.
And then, I've seen the memes, saying, Bronny James got a teammate that smashed his mom.
Yeah.
It is a little weird. But, it's a cool moment. I can see you if you're able to do it, right? But I just want the moment to pass so we can focus on real basketball again.
He gonna get cooked on that court though.
He's not tall,
no,
and that's it sucks being the first child. The second child didn't even like basketball as much as he did growing up, and now the second child may be the
better
prodigy.
Yeah,
right. So, all right, NBA free agency started today. Some things went down the pipe. What happened? We got
Paul went to the Spurs.
Chris Paul going to the Spurs. We got some people definitely look like they're leaving. Paul George looks like he's leaving the Clippers.
Looks like it's going to be a Sixer.
He very well may be a Sixers. All signs is pointing to the Sixers. They had the cap room for it, which is not a bad look. I can see it.
Brian's like, no.
Warriors. Future with Klay Thompson looked like it might be over.
Oh, it's done.
So it depends on what he just like. What's important to him now? It sounds like I thought he was gonna go to the Magic, but Magic signed Kentavious Caldwell Pope. So it looked like Denver might be
looking for another wingman. I mean, it makes sense if he was to go there.
Denver then lost Bruce Brown. Now they didn't lost Kentavious Caldwell Pope. They're not gonna be the same
dominant.
with. Like them two players is a
and
big
they lost
portion.
The other guy before that. Who
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah. So
they're gonna have to do something.
We'll see what else happens. Like I said, it's only the first day. But
who else?
Something else I read.
It's still more news going around.
Yeah, but either way, James Harden re-signed for still. I don't know why he's still paying him $35 million.
Nah, he got $70 million.
2 for 70, so 35 a year.
Oh, what?
So I don't know how he's still getting 35 a year.
Pay strippers for 2 more seasons.
Looks like Chicago might be trying to blow it up, so we might see DeRozan somewhere. And actually, rumors is possibly going to the Clippers to replace Paul George. But we'll see. Trying to go home. Yeah, trying to go home. Him and Russ is cool.
Well, they try to trade Russ.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He picked up that option, so he knows he's gonna have to get moved to somewhere.
Yeah.
But
all right.
I look at the Knicks, what they did though.
Knicks, I like, and I said last episode, don't sleep on the Knicks next season.
Be all right.
Don't sleep on the Knicks next season. If people could be healthy, and I get it, the coach be running them ragged, but he got about 10 players he can run ragged. He got about 10 players he can run ragged. I think they really want. I don't want Julius Randle on that team. That's the only thing. I just want them to trade Julius Randle. Once they trade him, I'll feel a lot better. Huh? He's going to stay there because I don't know who's going to trade for him unless they got a lot of draft picks, right? No, they gave up draft picks. Sorry.
Kevin Durant. What's up with this going on over there?
So the rumors for him was possibly getting traded to Houston.
But
Houston might be trying to go after them. We'll see.
The coach wanted him, but the organization said, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Kevin Durant a sucker.
He on his burner account. I can't stand all
they probably wait and see how the first half of the season turn out.
Because this will be his 1, 2, 3, 4. He's already on his 4th team.
Mm-hmm.
He started to be an expensive ass journeyman right now.
Like he's too good of a player
to be a journeyman,
to move around this much. You supposed to be the player that they bring in people to build around you. You're the franchise.
You don't move him.
They bring people around to a team to put a team around you to win championships, not the other way around.
Right.
And he
may be the best gunfighter ever.
Yeah.
But yes, that is the conundrum of Kevin Durant and why it's going to be hard for people to put him in a top 10 when realistically he may be the best offensive basketball player ever. With his height, he can still play defense. So ideally, you should be talking top 5 with him. But because of his history, people won't even have him in their top 10.
Nope.
And the thing is, like you used to ask when he was with the Warriors or after, did the Warriors need him or did he need the Warriors? Now, if he can't go nowhere else and win,
that's where you
consistently and win the way he won with the Warriors, down the argument. At one point, I would have said, "Oh yeah, the Warriors needed him because he did great for them. And they won championships." But now it's starting to look like he needed them more than they needed him.
This is
because then they won another championship after you left, so it wasn't even.
And then I think this is where LeBron's going to have him edged over who was the better player, just because he's won everywhere he went. I mean, give him that. I'll give Bron that. I mean, he's won championships.
Yeah.
I mean, he's destroyed teams.
You're going to have LeBron ranked higher than KD. It's just you can see that KD is a better player. If you had to put KD versus one-on-one with mostly anyone ever,
that's a mismatch.
He'll probably beat them. You can't say that for LeBron. You can't say it for Steph. You can't say it for most point guards, Magic. You can't even probably say it for Jordan. Like, how's Jordan going to stop KD? Huh?
I'm taking Jordan one-on-one on anybody.
I just look at Kevin Durant.
I'm looking at one-on-one KD, Kevin Durant, like prime Kevin Durant. No
foot injury.
Right.
If you really look at that foot injury, even though he had that, he's
still a good player though. He's still a 25 and up player.
Had he not had them injuries, he probably would have shattered the scoring record. That's what I personally think. That's just me.
So on eye test, he may be the best specimen of basketball player you ever seen, but it's something about either his play style and or his injury proneness and or attitude
or all the above
that
all of them
keeps him out of that top 5 conversation.
And he's super sensitive with everything. So,
yeah. All right, we're done with basketball.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go to next?
I guess that UFC knockout real quick.
UFC. Say the guy's name.
Alex
Pereira. Pokachin, however you say his name. Potan. But what's the guy he fought? That's what I'm trying to think of.
Yuri. I can't pronounce his last name, but
I don't want to watch it.
I can't think of.
I didn't know there was a UFC.
Well, it was supposed.
So it's supposed to be that McGregor UFC that he dropped out of,
and those two
Alex
guys,
Pereira and the other guy. I'm sorry, I can't think of his name.
In. That whole card went through some shit last night.
Yeah. So one chick got cut open pretty bad.
Yeah, and they stopped the fight.
Yeah, that thing was nasty.
She got cut to the bone. And then it was crazy. Brian Ortega was supposed to fight Diego. I forgot his last name.
Not Sanchez.
No, not Sanchez. I forgot. Pardon me, I forgot his last name. Everybody, but make a long story short, about 2 hours before the fight happens, Brian Ortega called out. So they literally had to call another guy in And he basically said, like, I'll fight him. And they end up being close to the fight of the night. So
Good.
that happened. And then I think the UFC may have a new star in Alex, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around him now. Definitely with a good knockout and
I mean, his
willingness to fight. He it's not boring.
he's either knocked out a guy or he's been knocked out. But most of his fights, he's
So
put people to sleep.
and I know we talked about weigh-ins before. They weighed in at 205, I think.
He ballooned up to 232.
What in the hell?
That's crazy.
In one day.
That's crazy.
In one day.
He was like 232.
Got like 25 pounds overnight. What the? What? And so, jeez. And I'm looking at Izzy because Izzy beat Alex.
Yeah.
He came back out there. He's like, yo, he got home. He's like, yo, put my muscles back in.
And I'm like, damn. So I'm looking at Izzy like, damn, Izzy slept him. That boy probably was 2-something with him too.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he definitely has the opportunity now to kind of lead the faces of UFC, which in my opinion is kind of lacking at the moment.
They don't have the personalities.
Yeah.
And this is just me. I'm a huge fan of it. And Jason, you know that. But I have been saying this. I said it to y'all privately, but I'll say it publicly. That company has not had a rock star name and outside of McGregor and probably the past like 5-6 years. I mean, if you really look at it, I'm just throwing names out there, but they didn't have a Randy Couture or a George St. Pierre or Rampage Jackson or Anderson Silva,
Yeah.
Vanderlei, and you had a guy Franklin. I mean, you had that whole company had guys in every division that was stacked at one point. Now, I just think that they don't really promote the guys as much, or some of them don't promote themselves as well.
And it could be that too, right? Where, you know, some of these guys, I don't want to generalize them, but that Kamayev group, you know, that they're not
selling themselves.
They're not boastful. You know, they come in, they're wrestlers. They've been wrestling since little kids, and they come in there, do their job, go home. Type personalities. The other guy who might have been some European country, who was the Volk, whatever his name was, but same thing. They're not. When you look at McGregor, to some extent, when you looked at Rampage, when you looked at some of these guys, they were
characters.
Yes, in addition to their UFC fighting styles and ability, like it was different fighting styles. It was flashier. We were getting knockouts early in. Like
these guys was fighting.
And these guys are more wrestling, being technical, making sure they get the wins.
Yeah.
Right. And so that mixed with the less boastful personality, they're I want to say they're not hard to sell. It's just it's not alluring to what mass entertainment want to see. Mass entertainment want to see super kicks and you know,
I think
people getting a clothesline out the
I mean, in their dry air, the only guy that's really made some noise is outside of McGregor was Izzy.
Yeah, and so Izzy, he did it for a little bit.
He's still doing it. I mean, if anything, you gotta respect him for it. I mean,
but it was evident because I think like Mighty Mouse kind of led this, right? Where Mighty Mouse was beating people technically. He wasn't really getting knockouts because he's a smaller guy, but he was making sure he won every fight. And he's a small guy. He don't really, he don't talk trash like that. So they had a problem where they didn't want Mighty Mouse to win, but he kept winning. Right?
They didn't even want to promote him.
Right.
It was so bad, ladies and gentlemen. They actually traded him for another fighter. I mean, that's how bad it was.
It's just, hey, we can't get him to lose, but we also can't market him. So it's like
they literally traded him for a one fight. Was it Ben Askren? And then Askren ended up getting knocked out in his first fight there.
And Askren got his ass kicked.
Got kneed to hell, man.
Outside. All right. Outside of UFC, anything else in sports I'm missing?
This WNBA mess. I wouldn't say the mess, but I've been watching the girls play this year. These games been competitive, man. I will admit it.
I've watched a couple here, and I got to get back into it.
They've been some real good games though. I'm not sitting here lying. I mean, Angel Reese is definitely the rookie of the year right now. But
Okay.
I feel bad for Cameron Brinks though, man. She tore it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I think the girl that everybody saw was Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's starting to finally figure out her game now in the NBA, well, WNBA. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. I never. I'm not even gonna say I will, but I might try to do a WNBA game at one time. But we'll see.
I want to go to one.
We'll see. All right. Outside of that, yes, we're at 35. Let's finish up on wrestling. All right. Y'all ready for this? Which company y'all want to start with?
We can start with AEW.
All right.
Let's
Let's get this. Oh, let me make sure we don't have a decision made yet. But AEW does have a pay-per-view tonight, Forbidden Door, which is usually their AEW roster versus New Japan Pro Wrestling rosters. I know my girl Tony Storm won, but I got to check and see what happened with Swerve. Can you find out for me, Julian?
Yeah.
With that being said, and we kind of talked about this off air, but we kind of need to talk about this on air now. The AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland. Swerve when
Nothing
I
happened
drive, okay? Is fighting champion versus champion, which I don't even know if Ospreay's
Will's
belt
title's up.
is up. But it's Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. And I know Swerve Strickland's title is on the line. I don't think Ospreay's is, because then that would make
I don't
Swerve
want to interrupt real quick, but Perry won.
Jack Perry won
Yeah.
against who?
He won that ladder match right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, Scapegoat won. But
Best booker in the business.
Britt Baker made a return tonight.
Okay.
For the first time this year.
Yep.
She's been gone for a minute.
Yeah.
That's happened so far. Tony Storm won.
Mm-hmm.
Look like Klay Thompson is getting ready. Breaking news. Klay Thompson at the parent moment look like he's going to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Mother effer.
Okay.
So,
Another
ladies
one.
and gentlemen.
This don't quote me. It's
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's saying it's according to Woj, but who knows? Don't quote me on that.
Go check.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I gotta see what say it though.
Oh yeah, Mercedes Mernay. She is the new. Yeah, she won.
Okay.
Wow.
She beat
Stephanie Vakir.
Yeah.
Yeah, she already had the title, right?
Yeah.
TBS.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she's going to
I
Japan.
don't see it yet. I don't see Woj on his Instagram saying it yet.
Oh, all right.
So
like
let's
I said,
hold off
it's
on
a
that.
rumor.
I know
It's a rumor, folks.
I know Lakers is in the running for him, but I hope not. And God damn it. LeBron gonna get another ring before he retires. I feel it. I already feel it. I feel it.
He is not getting.
Because are we counting that Mickey Mouse bubble ring?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's
Hell no.
the stat people.
Hell
He
no.
did get a
Say-
playing tournament window.
Hell no.
They hung the banner up.
He gonna get.
Like how all the teams weren't even
Oh.
in the league
I hear you.
to play.
I hear you.
All
I
the
hear you.
players weren't even in the league to
I hear
play.
you. But the stat stand's gonna say, he got one. And why can't nobody else win it then? I get it.
Because the teams that would have won it probably wasn't even in it. They wasn't even in it. They wasn't even
I got a feeling
competing.
man, he gonna get another ring.
My
Nah, I don't
God.
think so. I think it's a wrap.
Sorry. So, yeah, back to the point I was making. Swerve Strickland going against Will Ospreay, who is the international champion, whatever they call their international.
I don't know. They got too many belts, man.
But
I don't even know who.
With that being said, obviously, probably two of the better, what do I want to call it? I don't want to call them superstars. Two of the best wrestlers on AEW's roster.
Period.
Right. I don't know why they're going against each other so soon. We talked about that. And not at Wembley Stadium, which I do think they will be running it back at Wembley Stadium.
I don't even think they should have did it tonight.
But yes,
So, yeah,
with
you
that being said, they should have not gone so soon with Swerve only having it when he got
2
it,
months.
December.
No.
Was it this year? I thought it was in December.
No. He won it 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Okay, then damn, shorter than I thought.
Yeah.
With so soon from Swerve being the champion
You haven't.
and having another champion challenge him, and particularly a future face of your franchise challenge him. So if one of them loses, it doesn't look well in either of those
You
eyes.
didn't even really establish Swerve really getting any kind of momentum with the belt.
Yeah.
I
and
think they disrespected him, period.
go ahead and talk about it.
Just the night after. How are you going to have your champion is
In a match.
in a
versus
match.
Kyle Fletcher.
You don't even bring him out in the opener of the show. That is the face of your company. That is the heavyweight champion. And you just throw him in the middle like nothing happened. Man, I just thought it was
In
disrespectful.
a pointless match that meant nothing.
Yeah. And
I wasn't feeling that.
at first I didn't think about it until y'all brought it up, and it was said it was never done before in the history of wrestling.
I've
that
never
the
seen
champion of the company has not either come out first
And addressed.
or addressed the crowd. That's the first
crowd
time
like
ever,
that.
right?
I
It's never
have-
happened in any company.
I've never seen it.
Or I don't even think he finished the show either. He came on at the 9 o'clock hour. Or sorry, they come on at 8. Yeah, so he came on at the 9 o'clock hour, right?
You are
No,
world champion. You're supposed to be at the beginning of the segment.
he didn't open up the show. I know that for
That
sure.
was dumb right there. That's strike
And then
one.
he didn't finish the show.
It was like if you had Roman Reigns come out there and he just won the title, and then he come out there and have a match with like Ricochet
Right.
for no reason. And he doesn't even talk to the crowd. He doesn't even.
And I wonder if it was for the belt.
And he,
It was just a match, or was it a match for the belt? I gotta go back and look and see the episode now. Like, how did he even get a shot?
yeah, like you just came out. Like you didn't say nothing to the crowd. Like, yo, like I won this title. I told you I was going to win
Mind
this
you,
title.
he wrestled like a couple days prior in like a hell of a match. Like it wasn't no just I'm gonna walk away from this match. It was against Samoa Joe for what the fuck.
Remember, it's a business not predicated on making money. It's a business. We don't even know what the business model is.
I don't know.
It's not in the real business.
It's confusing as hell. You bring in.
Look,
You don't.
he got
even-
daddy's money.
It's not even predicated on making money or drawing crowds or have good matches. That's what we're here
For
for.
me, it just seemed like AEW is just putting on matches just to put them on.
Which,
And how is
is what they're. I see their angle that they're trying to go for. They're saying we put on great wrestling matches.
but it's no story behind it.
Yes, at some point though, in order to have some gravity to these matches, you have to have somewhat of a story behind it.
It's no build.
Putting great matches is one thing, but you have to let people care about those matches too. They got to be memorable, not just great. And that works in some of the other leagues where people are part-time fans of. So if I watch a great match in TNA, but I don't watch TNA religiously, I just happen to say, oh, they had a hell of a match on TNA last night. All right, I'll go check it out. New Japan. I ain't going to watch New Japan religiously, but hey, Will Ospreay and Omega put on a hell of a match in New Japan, right? But
It's no drama to it.
But even with that said, what does that do for the company of AEW
Nothing.
to have a great match that either no one's seen live because
Nobody cared.
nobody cared, or you have a randomly great ass match which they have done before on a Wednesday, and a fire ass match between just two people that you what the fuck is this match doing on television for, right? And then you be like, you know what, it's something here. Like y'all should have been digging into this. And
Even with
we
Will
got
and
reluctant on certain occasions. That MJF and Adam Cole thing was luck to me. That was luck, and like they just happened to be like, oh shit, we might have ran into something on a random Wednesday.
And look what happened. The man
And
got
ran
hurt.
with it.
Now he got hurt, and you can't really do nothing with him.
And obviously they'll probably bring it back when he comes back. But you can see where the story helped propel the company. People watched to see what was going on with Adam Cole and MJF. Even though the wrestling, you can't say was on the same power as Swerve, Ospreay, Omega, but people cared about what was going on between them two. Was MJF going to betray him? Was he not going to betray him? Were they still going to stick it out? Were they going to become friends? And people watched and see how that panned out.
Yep.
Now I have no idea about any of the storylines that's happening in
It's
AEW.
it's I put it like this. That company is like it's like Skittles and M&Ms. Somebody just basically just pour both in there, and they're just you're just praying to heaven on which one is the fruity one and which one is the chocolate one. It's all over the place. It's not nothing grounded. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. They are having some good matches, and they do have some amazing talent there. That ain't the issue. My issue with A&W is just with creative on how they're going to like book this fight. It was no build up between Swerve and Ospreay. It's just like, hey, we're just going to put them together and just do this. That makes zero sense.
Even if there was build up, it shouldn't happen 2 months after.
No,
Swerve
because
got
now
signed.
you're expecting the optics for us is going to be Ospreay's going to get it.
And
I don't like that feeling. I mean, and you just gave
that's why I don't think Ospreay's gonna win it, because
if
Swerve only had
if
it for a couple
Swerve
months.
wins and cheats or whatever it is, I'm happy for him. But at the same time, it's like you bringing in Ospreay and
If this was 9 months in, I'd be like, oh yeah, Swerve losing it.
he's
But if we're
really
only 2 months in,
2.5
I don't think
in.
Swerve is losing it. It would be a black eye, no pun intended, for their first black champion to lose 2 months into his title reign.
That's what has me nervous because I think they will do something like that.
That's why I think he's going to lose it at Wembley Stadium, hometown for.
No,
you're going to run it back.
I
My
don't want
guess
him to lose
tonight
in
is gonna be
Wembley. I don't want him to
interference.
lose there. You got to establish this champion. Period.
I agree with you.
Me
I don't think they
personally,
did it right. I don't think they
what
did
I
it right.
think they're going to end up doing, I really believe they're going to try and have, unless Ricochet comes out there and costs them
I
the
think he
thing,
is coming out.
and then they have them two fight in Wembley, and then this is where it's going to get even crazier. Now, why would you bring Ricochet in to possibly job to Ospreay, unless he comes over there and loses? I don't know. I'm guessing that's what may happen. Who knows? I'm just speculating. But
I hear you. For sure. I do think Ricochet will be there. And, we will have some great wrestling moments, but as far as great wrestling storylines, obviously, I think that's where they're lacking. And I do think they have the talent capable enough to put on some good storylines. Yes, they may be missing, they'll never replace a CM Punk. They'll never even replace Cody Rhodes now to see where he has elevated to. However, they have good enough talent and good enough acting with that talent to put on some good storylines that can be memorable.
I got another match result that just ended. Naito just beat Moxley.
Thank God. Thank God.
Moxley need a vacation. He never got his vacation. He's supposed to take that vacation
He
after he
retired.
lost to CM Punk.
He need to retire.
Was it CM Punk?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never took that vacation.
He should have took the long vacation.
He said long.
At least I see him embracing. He's starting to embrace that baldy a little bit. He's been fighting it for years, and now he's kind of been taking it lower and lower. I think he finally embracing it.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I mean, after you get them chopsticks thrown into your scalp like that, I don't think your hair gonna go back.
Nah,
that shit was the craziest thing
Scar tissue.
I ever saw.
His pride is gonna look like a like a $50 on his head. Man.
Gonna look like New Jack, man. All right.
But we'll see what comes of the rest of this pay-per-view. I actually do think they're going to have a good match, though, so I'm not going to take it nothing away from it. I think they are going to have a great match.
Unless Ricochet comes out there and costs him that match, man.
When was Ricochet's last day in WWE?
Last month.
I think it already happened.
Oh, so when what's the name dropped him on that card, that was how they. Wow.
Yep.
Way
It
to
was
go
real
out.
glass, too.
and somebody said, why CM Punk ain't say nothing? He got him in real glass. I don't know if it was a shot thrown. I don't know. But, yeah, he slammed him on real glass.
Well, they moved him to the alumni section, so I'm guessing he is done.
Yeah, and Ospreay did a little Easter egg thing on Instagram or Twitter or something weeks ago where he was on a sign that said Ricochet, like it was a Ricochet, something in the streets, like on a column or whatever, said Ricochet, and he was like, basically going like, he's coming.
They're gonna flip and do all that other stuff.
Yeah. But all right, let's transition to WWE.
Whew.
The real wrestling company.
Now
The
that's
wrestling
crazy.
company with a lot of experience.
And that's crazy.
With a lot of
a
experience.
year ago, right now, I'd have been to man, like WWE was in the shitter.
I would say 2022.
yeah, they have several
last year.
storylines right now. That is very, very, very
Even this time last year. You remember Punk had just came back and he had Collision on Fire.
Yeah.
They still had the buzz from, are we eventually getting a CMFTR
Yeah.
versus the Elite? So they still had you.
I
And
get it.
WWE
I
was
get
still
it. It was more. It was less of a gap.
and they were still rocking. WWE was still rocking the Bloodline storyline,
Yeah.
but it was getting to that point where,
It
all right,
was
we need to
established.
wrap it up, and now we're on a whole different level
Well-
of what the Bloodline storyline is.
Well, we got that Cody Rhodes
Yeah,
Roman one,
yeah,
and I thought that was a good WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good WrestleMania.
They got several storylines.
but they're
going
still
right
they
now.
still weren't where they are now. Like they're light years ahead of right now where they were this time last year.
I would say 2022 began their real
Ascension.
ascension. That stuff with who's the Intercontinental over in the WWE?
So
Sammy.
yeah,
He still isn't right. That Sammy bloodline
hmm
that really got a lot of pop.
But I feel like after that, it was like, what are we doing now?
But
What's
then we got Cody, and I
Yeah.
think Cody really, I don't want to say he did. He took kind of Sammy's thunder. He
Yeah,
took
he
his
did.
thunder,
He did.
but
that
he built on it as well. It was all right,
benefited
I'm gonna
him.
take it, but I'm also gonna bring it to a new level real quick, and he did, and
I personally thought
we hated Roman, but we also loved. Like to me, I was tired of it until he beat Cody. I'm like, you know what? God damn it, I don't want to see this motherfucker lose.
I think I started. I was like,
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to see him lose now.
God moved, man.
I was like, yo, he might as well go ahead for Hogan record. Fuck it.
That whole Roman is him. But like I'm just saying in general, they have several storylines right now. This is just not even the bloodline. They got that going on. Otis of all people.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan. That's something.
Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom.
This
Tell
CM
you, he's my favorite heel in the company.
and this damn what's his
Definitely
name?
And
He-
is he even a heel?
He
And
definitely
CM
got the heat.
And now you got CM Punk and Drew in having a feud by accident, and this thing has just ignited. So you can pick a feud right now, which one can really main event a show. I mean,
And now,
that's several options, and some of these guys and Punk and him haven't even really like touch outside of the Rumble. They just had a little.
yeah, and they're definitely gonna have their moment in the ring. So obviously the bloodline, is a new look, and there's just cousins upon cousins upon cousins. That Jacob Fatu though, I watched some of his highlights.
Oh man, he's good.
He can go. He a big boy, but he can go.
Yeah, that boy, nice.
He lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah.
He's a lot smaller than he was.
And he
lost
can,
like 30
if
He
they
can
let
go.
him talk and let him, that boy, nice man. He's something special.
I kind of almost see where they're going with it. The numbers almost work out the way my imagination is going with bloodline versus bloodline.
Civil War.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously,
Well, we're a
everybody's
couple
waiting for
short.
that. Huh?
You're a couple short on Roman's side.
Well, we
You get
got,
the Usos back.
and then you need one more.
I bet you it's gonna be Sammy.
I think it's gonna be The Rock.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think The Rock will be.
It's gonna be all bloodline. It's gonna be those four new versus
I
Rock,
don't think Rock.
Roman.
I think Rock will be the one to turn on.
Usos.
Who knows, man?
Unless
see,
The
this-
Rock stays heel, he goes strong heel and say, you know what? Hey, Roman, you lost. I'm rocking with Solo.
final
I'm gonna go
boss.
and I'm gonna still stay strong heel, which I'm not mad at either.
The final boss might.
If he start whipping Roman, I might be like, Rock, got to win championship.
Like, this might be my favorite version of The Rock.
If
I
he
never
start
thought I'd say
whipping
that.
Roman,
Yo, wait till they go to Netflix.
if he start whipping Roman, I might have to do a campaign for The Rock to become new champion.
He was too good, man. I think we really missed how evil this man can get in that ring, though, man.
But yeah, to me, the numbers work. You know, if The Rock is with Roman and the Usos, then it's 4v4. But then it does seem like too overpowered, right? So I do think The Rock does stay healed now. The Rock does stay healed to help give the younger, the new look crew some muscle. So maybe Sammy. It might be Sammy.
But then you even got like a
The Uso, the original.
That was the original
Uzi.
bloodline. Yeah, feeling Uzi.
And then even think about this, like way off shot. Because that segment with Punk and Heyman was gold.
Yeah.
That segment was gold. Like, you didn't know where it was going to go. I thought for a second Heyman was going to turn on Punk. Mm-hmm. But now you've rekindled that relationship too. So you never know, because he was like, and then the stuff that he said, he was like, Roman said that Punk is off limits. That's his, even saying that, and then them attacking Paul. Mm-hmm. You never know how they're going to link that up, because at some point you're gonna have to put Punk and Roman Reigns in the same ring. You have to. Yeah. You have to do that at some point.
Like I said, they got several options.
Like,
they got a lot of happy options right now, which no mistake can't be made on who they put in this thing right now. So yeah.
So Seth came back. We got a lot of people in there, and a lot of big people who can. Yeah, he could have took some time.
He took longer.
He could take longer.
He could have took the John.
There's enough people there that can hold weight.
I want him to take the John Moxley vacation.
Yo,
the long one.
I like Seth though, man. I like Seth.
I think he got a little burnt out.
I just feel like
it was a lot. It was a lot for a year. Mm-hmm. It was a lot for a year.
I don't know what he is. I don't know what it is.
I get it.
Just wearing some obnoxious costumes.
I get it.
I don't get it.
I like him. As a performer in the ring, the dude can go. Yeah, so.
And I'm not upset that you wear your wife's clothes. You can live your life. I got nothing against that, but
yeah. Oh no. So we got the introduction. It was last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago, of the Wyatt Six.
Is it 6 or sick?
It's
six
sick,
with an S,
but it's 6, so it's
the six,
but sick.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
I like it.
I want to see where they go with this, though.
I like the little interview thing with Bo.
Mm-hmm. That nailed it.
And
they answered every question that we was thinking.
I can rock with it. I can rock with it.
My thing was Bray had so much, and it's just a shame to let it die with him and let everything.
I missed it. I mean, I could see that. I could tell I missed it when that lights went out and ting.
Yeah,
ting.
and that.
I was like,
when they came out and they was walking.
Well, I knew something was going down because Jey Uso won that match. It was still like 6-7 minutes left to 11. I'm like, the fuck?
Well, the timer, the previous pay-per-view of that week,
it was a clock.
It was a timer.
It was a clock.
And the timer went off during Raw. And so you knew something was going to happen. And they kind of did little Easter eggs that told you Chad Gable was going to be their first target. It was little lines that you saw in flashes. It was like, you don't
say thank you.
You don't say thank you anymore.
Mm-hmm. And it was like CG and CG.
And it was like a little word. And then another thing was starting to point at the host, the Fox host.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee now. It was a lot of things pointing toward him. So...
Because I noticed in the signature, the opening theme, it got funky. It was like, and started messing up. I was like, oh. And I thought at first, I was like, did I just, because I was watching, I was doing something, and I watched, I was like, hold on, or was that something I just thought I heard or saw? Then towards the end, it makes sense.
I got one question, though. Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean, we all know how we feel about it, but do y'all think this is being exploiting his legacy?
Well, I'd rather talk about what I'm going to say before I even get to.
No, I'm just saying because it's just that question is being thrown. Well, there.
What I'm going to say about it wraps up into that though, because like him and his brother wanted to work together for a long time, And just as they're starting to get the work together, because we know that Bo was Uncle Howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Once they showed that the Fiend and Bray was out there, or Bray was out there, and Uncle Howdy was out there at the same time, and when they did appearances, you knew that now, they're finally getting to work together. To me, I don't think you could exploit it because it's Bo that's doing it, and that's his brother. So there's I mean, yeah,
I'm with it.
But that's why I like
that
when they did that interview too. When they said
kind of nailed everything that everybody was saying.
Yeah, and he got out the gate.
They thought this was well.
That's why I like the interview,
because I was like, you let it, yeah.
And
I'm just only saying it because everybody bringing it up. So.
It gave it to me validity without even saying too much. But the fact that it's his brother, they asked him straight up, like, your brother died. Like,
yeah.
Like,
and it went straight, and I was like, damn. I was like,
what was like a half shoot.
Yeah. So I'm like, his brother legit really did die. So not only is this a character for him, but it's also real to him, right?
Yeah.
He has to carry his brother's legacy in some really he is carrying his brother's legacy.
He created all of it, man. So.
And do it respectfully to Bray, but also still try to
make it your own thing.
Keep it storyline.
Yeah.
Keep it
in the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
Keep it kayfabe, pretty much.
Yeah.
Still,
keep it kayfabe.
Like I'm telling you, real life, but we're gonna keep it kayfabe at the same time. But and I feel like it's cathartic. It's got to be cathartic.
It got to be.
It's got to be.
It got to be.
Like you lost your brother. Suddenly.
I'm sure it's gonna be moments for him where he's crying. Under
oh yeah,
the
oh you.
I imagine.
I feel like that night he
probably
they
crying.
had to be.
And the red beard, I can't remember his name. He back.
Yeah, I love the fact that I knew he was going to come back because he had stopped taking bookings a little while ago. Like a couple months ago, he stopped taking bookings, and he was like, he's
and I like what
done
he did
taking
with
bookings.
Brody Lee, how they did a homage with the hammers.
Well, yeah. Well, and I like the fact that
I like the group
that he brought him in
because
he's the last surviving member of the original Wyatt.
And so them two together, I feel like are in some ways helping each other
get through it,
deal with it, but also throw ideas to each other and say, yeah, Bray would like that. But
and it's how you honor him.
Right.
Like you finish his work.
Yep.
You got to. Because he had too much still on the table.
Yep.
To just let it go to the cutting room floor, and then we never use it again, and we just make a documentary about him, and then blah. We never get to see what his vision actually was.
Did y'all see that documentary?
I can't. I didn't watch it yet. At some point, I will. When I have the energy to do it.
I will say this: I did watch it. It is just his mind on how he approached all of it was light years. I can tell you now, just from watching it. On how he was, I know Vince McMahon did not understand him, and I think that's why he got released. I think Triple H did, but he was basically like he had ideas all over the place, and he was best way to describe it. They were saying he was like a tornado. They were saying he would have an idea, and then like 3 a.m, he would just have another idea, and they was like, "Whoa, let's get one thing down, and then let's bury another one."
I saw something where he was describing the Fiend years ago. He wasn't in the character then, but it was prior to that character ever coming out. But he was in the woods, and he was talking about describing this persona, and it turns out that what he was describing ends up becoming the Fiend.
On his biography, on the thing, he explains how it happened because he basically said that he was going to have time off because he felt as though that the Wyatt he was playing, he said it was getting stale, and he was saying that creative didn't have nothing for him.
Yeah,
and he said basically it was like a oh shit moment. All right, they got nothing for me, so I'm going to come up with something. So like I said, to your point, he started coming up with this Fiend thing.
Yeah.
And Vince
couldn't understand it.
I don't think Vince got it. I think some of the people did get it, but they were just basically saying like,
Yeah. And
it
you
was
know,
all over the place.
some of that supernatural stuff is very hit or miss, right?
Mm-hmm.
You rarely, in my opinion, get something that's supernatural that really gets 90-95% of the crowd with it. You can get, like, let's say Undertaker is the rare few exception. When Kane first came out, rare few exception. But then there's scenarios where you're, and I don't want to say bad because he's still one of my favorite wrestlers, Penta,
Yeah.
right? That
When he goes obscuro.
yeah, it doesn't really resonate. And I think partly is because I think he would do better in WWE with a storyline. But some of that
You know he's a free agent.
mystical stuff, huh?
You know he's a free agent, right?
Has it happened yet? Or I thought he was coming up.
He's coming up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But he's a what's the boy name that got the stomach problem? Omega guy. He's a Omega friend.
Shoot, Omega probably trying to get up out of there.
But yeah, so sorry.
He trying to figure out how
Back
to have a WrestleMania main event with CM Punk.
Back to my point is not all of them. Like even the girl, Nikki Cross, she was kind of doing something, but it wasn't really like it wasn't something you gravitated toward. Like she kind of got lost in the shuffle. It was funny here and there because she would like black out in the matches. It was funny, but you never really gravitated toward it.
Well, apparently.
But I like her now with this because now it gives her some oomph behind whatever was missing from her like magical thing behind her personality, right?
But apparently, Alexa Bliss was supposed to have been what she
And
was.
that's you would think that it would have been.
She turned it down because she said she wasn't ready. But their eyes was on Nikki Cross. They were trying to get people. Who,
I like the crew.
I like
the crew.
I like who they got though.
I like them all. So, yeah. I hope it turns out well. I hope we get some good moments. I'm okay with them continuing this theme of targeting certain people, and until we get moments where they actually have to become like in the ring wrestling. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it.
I'm over here like, do they even have to wrestle?
Probably
gonna
not.
have-
At
Do
some
you
point,
really-
one of them
get
has
in
to
the ring.
wrestle. Well, at one point, one of them does.
They're gonna have to get in.
I don't know
I feel
who.
like we can do movies and other stuff outside of wrestling.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It's
but
possible.
they're gonna
but
have to get in the
I
ring.
think at some point one of them does. All right. Anything else I'm missing before we wrap it up? We're at an hour. So.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop this week.
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah,
Oh, so soon. I didn't know that.
yeah, they actually gave good reviews.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I think I'm good. I can't think of nothing at the moment, but it's good to be back. We've been out for a couple of weeks, so
Yeah, vacations is fun, but
we'll pick it up next week on whatever we missed this week. So. Episode 69. Hot 2. The Watchers Podcast, WATCHERZ. I'm Tavon, Tri-State _tip on Instagram.
Into your left.
Go ahead, Julie. Go
Jay
ahead.
Will. Nah, Smitty Green Giant on Instagram.
And I'm Tiger Helly 19. Snapchats, IGs, Facebook by way of the government. Jason Williams. Follow the stripes.
All right. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Hot to it.